Somerton Man, unraveling Australia's most baffling true crime mystery. Have you ever walked along a beach at dusk, the waves whispering secrets as the horizon fades into twilight? I once stood on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia, the sand cool beneath my feet, and felt the pull of a mystery that has lingered there for decades. On December 1st, 1948, a man was found dead on this very shore, impeccably dressed, with no identification, a cryptic code in his pocket, and a story that defies explanation. Known only as the Somerton Man, his death became one of the most perplexing true crime mysteries in Australian history, a historical mystery that rivals Jack the Ripper's unsolved murders in London history. Who was the stranger? Why did he die? And what secrets did he carry to his grave? Tonight, we'll step into the post-war world of 1948 Adelaide, trace the clues left by this enigmatic figure, and unravel a true crime saga that continues to captivate the world, a puzzle as enduring as the tides that lap Somerton's shore. Our story begins on the evening of November 30th, 1948, in Adelaide, a coastal city basking in the optimism of post-World War II Australia. The war has ended, and the nation is rebuilding, its beaches and boardwalks alive with families enjoying the summer warmth. Somerton Beach, just south of Adelaide's city centre, is a quiet stretch of sand, a place for evening strolls and reflection. Around 7 p.m., a couple notices a man lying against the seawall, his legs outstretched, head propped against the stone. He raises an arm, perhaps waving, then falls still. They assume he's drunk and move on. The next morning at 6:30 a.m., a jockey exercising horses finds him again, now lifeless. The man, aged about 40 to 45, is dressed in a sharp suit, polished shoes, and a tie, his appearance meticulous despite the casual setting. No wallet, no ID, no labels in his clothes, only a few items: cigarettes, matches, a bus ticket to Glenelg, and a train ticket to Henley Beach. The discovery marks the start of the Somerton Man case, a true crime enigma that echoes the unsolved cases of American history, a mystery that grips Australian history with its haunting questions. Adelaide in 1948 was a city of contrasts, a blend of colonial charm and modern ambition. Its trams rattled through streets lined with sandstone buildings, while its beaches drew crowds seeking respite from the war's lingering scars. The Cold War was dawning, and Australia, allied with the West, was wary of espionage and intrigue. The Somerton Man, found without a name, seemed out of place, a stranger in a city where everyone knew their neighbors. His body, examined by Dr. John Cleland, revealed no obvious cause of death. No trauma, no blood, only a congested liver and spleen, suggesting poison. A tiny scrap of paper, rolled tightly in his fob pocket, bore the words "Tamam Shud," Persian for "it is ended," torn from a rare copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. This clue, poetic and cryptic, set the Somerton Man apart from typical true crime cases, a historical mystery that evokes the shadowy alleys of Jack the Ripper's London history, a puzzle that deepens with each revelation. To bring this world to life, let's imagine Elsie, a fictional waitress at a Glenelg cafe near Somerton Beach, whose story threads through the mystery. Elsie, 22, serves tea to locals and tourists, her apron stained from long shifts. On November 30th, she notices a well-dressed man at a corner table, his face pensive as he sips coffee, a suitcase nearby. He leaves without speaking, his demeanor polite but distant. When news of the Somerton Man breaks, Elsie wonders if he was her customer, her heart sinking at the thought. As the case unfolds, she clips articles about the code and the Rubaiyat, sharing them with her brother, a tram conductor. Elsie joins neighbors in speculating about spies and lost loves, her curiosity growing with each clue. Years later, she visits Somerton Beach, a flower in hand, vowing to remember the stranger. Elsie's tale, though imagined, grounds the Somerton man in the lives of Adelaide's everyday people. A true crime mystery that touched a community, much like Jack the Ripper's terror in London history. The investigation, led by Detective Sergeant Lionel Lean, was a labyrinth of dead ends and tantalizing clues. In January 1949, a suitcase found at Adelaide railway station, unclaimed since November 30th, was linked to the man. It held a mix of ordinary and odd items: a thread card labeled Keen, a stencil kit, a knife, and clothes with labels removed. No fingerprints matched any records. The Tamam should scrap led police to a copy of the rubaiyat, found in a car near Somerton Beach, with a coded message scrawled inside. 5 lines of jumbled letters, like Murgoababd and Mliawi. Cryptographers, including Australia's intelligence services, couldn't crack it, fueling speculation of espionage. A phone number in the book traced to Jessica Thompson, a nurse living in Glenelg, who denied knowing the man but seemed shaken, fainting when shown his plaster bust. The inquest, led by coroner Thomas Cleland, concluded poisoning, possibly digitalis or barbiturates, but no killer was named, making the Somerton man one of Australian history's unsolved cases, a true crime enigma akin to Jack the Ripper's unsolved murders. Who was the Somerton man? The first theory suggests a Soviet spy caught in Cold War intrigue. His lack of ID, removed labels, and the code align with espionage tactics. Australia, hosting secret military projects like the Woomera rocket range, was a hotspot for spies. Some believe he was poisoned by foreign agents, his identity erased to protect secrets. In 2009, codebreaker Gordon Kramer proposed the code used microwriting, a spy technique, though experts dismissed it. Jessica Thompson's link to communist circles, revealed in later investigations, fueled this theory, but no evidence confirms it, keeping the Somerton man a historical mystery, like Jack the Ripper's elusive identity in London history. A second theory posits a jilted lover or personal vendetta. Jessica Thompson, nicknamed Jestin, lived 400 meters from Somerton Beach. Her reaction to the bust and her son Robin's resemblance to the Somerton man both had rare ear and dental traits sparked speculation. Some believe the man was Robin's father, killed in a tragic affair. Thompson's cryptic remark to police, "It's very sad," and her refusal to discuss the case, deepen this theory. Yet, her family denies any connection, and no motive explains the code, leaving this a true crime puzzle in Australian history, akin to American history's Black Dahlia. A third theory suggests a drifter or suicide. The man's polished appearance and lack of ID could mark him as a wanderer, perhaps an immigrant hiding his past. The rubaiyat, a book of existential poetry, might hint at self-poisoning, with Tamam Shud as a final note. His suitcase's eclectic contents tools, clothes suggest a rootless life. Yet, the code and his physical fitness, noted as athletic by pathologists, challenge the simplicity, making it a speculative thread in the Somerton man's historical mystery, like Jack the Ripper's debated motives. The evidence remains elusive. The code, analyzed by experts like the FBI, resists decryption. DNA from the bust, extracted in 2011, was degraded, but a 2022 exhumation by South Australia police yielded new samples. Professor Derek Abbott, a codebreaker, linked the man to Carl Webb, a Melbourne engineer, via genealogy, but no spy or romantic ties were confirmed. The suitcase, book, and bust, preserved in Adelaide's Police Museum, offer no new leads. Like the Library of Alexandria's Lost Scrolls, the Somerton man's identity is a void, a true crime enigma that fuels debate in Australian history. The Somerton man's legacy endures, a spectre in Adelaide's lore. His case inspired books like The Unknown Man by Gerald Feltus, films like The Somerton Beach Mystery, and podcasts like The Somerton Man Tapes. In 2024, X posts debated Webb's identity, reflecting the case's grip on modern sleuths. The mystery exposed Australia's post-war anxieties, much as Jack the Ripper revealed London's underbelly. Like ancient Egypt's unsolved riddles, the Somerton man's allure lies in its mystery, a wound in Australian history that refuses to heal. Let's return to Elsie, our waitress, to anchor the story. Decades later, Elsie, now retired, walks Somerton Beach, her hair gray but her curiosity sharp. She keeps a faded article about the code, a reminder of the stranger's solitude. When Webb's name emerges, Elsie hopes for closure, but finds only shadows. She tells her grandchildren of Adelaide's mystery, urging them to seek truth. Elsie's grief, though imagined, ties the Somerton man to ordinary lives, a true crime mystery that resonates like Jack the Ripper's victims in London history, a historical mystery that lingers in Australian history. What does the Somerton man teach us? He's more than a true crime to Lee. He's a mirror of solitude, secrecy, and the human quest for answers. Like Jack the Ripper's victims, he's a loss we mourn, a puzzle we chase. The spy theory speaks to paranoia, the lover to passion, the drifter to despair. Each shapes our view of Australian history, yet the man eludes us, an unsolved case that challenges us to question, as we do with London history's mysteries, to honor those lost to time. In 2025, as sleuths probe DNA and codes, we stand with Elsie, asking her questions. Will we name the Somerton man, or will Adelaide keep his secrets? The answer matters less than the seeking, for in it we honor his memory. The Somerton man, like the Hinterkaifeck murders or Jack the Ripper, is a bridge to the past, uniting us with those who walked under the same stars. His mystery is a flame we tend, ensuring its light endures. As we close, let's hold the Somerton man close. He's a shadow on Adelaide's shore, his story living in us. His neighbors, like Elsie, didn't know we'd seek him, but they hoped, trusting time to speak. That hope inspires us to question, to seek, to dream. So what truths will you chase? What story will you tell? The Somerton man is gone, but his enigma lingers in every mystery we unravel. That evening on Somerton Beach, when I felt Adelaide's pulse, I was silent. Now, I'd say the point is to keep listening, to keep searching, to keep remembering. The Somerton man is Australia's deepest mystery, but its spirit endures. What do you think? What does this man mean to you? Have you felt the pull of true crime, the urge to uncover Australian history's unsolved cases? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what inspires you, what enigmas you want to explore. If you're captivated by true crime and the shadows of Somerton, subscribe, hit that bell, and join us for more tales weaving past and present. The Somerton man is ours to carry forward. Thank you for wandering through Adelaide's twilight with us. Until next time, keep chasing the secrets lost in time.